Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? Well, we hope everything with you is copacetic. We hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful month. Also, we'd like for you to continue to support us. You know, we're trying to reach that 2,000. Please help us. We're almost there. And with your help, we can get there like we would like to have it by the first of the year. Yes. That's what we would like to have, right? Yes. Baby Crone, is there anything you'd like to say?
Yes, I would just love to say that as this end of the year is wrapping up, we would just like to wish you guys a happy winter solstice.
Absolutely. Do you want to do it?
Yes, I do.
Let's go. We wish you a happy winter solstice. We wish you a happy winter solstice. We wish you a happy winter solstice and a whole brand new year. We wish you that. Thank you for supporting us. Mwah. Peace and season's greetings.
Yes.
Sunflowers. Hello, my little crones. How are you? Well, I called you crones today because it is early in the morning. It is like 5:00 a.m. And why I was up, let me tell you, I had a vision. And it's about blue ivy. Now, everything I say is allegedly everything. Now, I had to go and wake Baby Crone up because she had to fix up the room so I could do this. Sorry, Baby Crone, you want to say you here?
Hello.
She said it was worth it, but I couldn't even tell her everything. I could only tell her what I believe to be a ritual. Okay? Now, everything I say is allegedly, and don't bother me. Look, I'm just an old card reader. That's all I am. I'm just an old card reader and an old vision. What do you call it? An old seer? And sometimes my visions are blurred together. Sometimes they not so clear, you know. So I just want to know this is all a vision. You could take it, leave it. It doesn't. That's all. I'm just telling you what I seen. So much that it rattled me. It rattled me. And this is when I said I'm gonna get up. So I'm going to tell you the end, what made me get up, and then I'm going to go into it. Is that okay? I started feeling hyper. Remember I said, when I get into Beyonce, because you know I done read on them all. But when I read on Blue Ivy, what was the name of that thing I just did? When I read on Blue, you could put it up.
Oh, yes. Are the Carters pushing Blue to be a superstar?
Are the Carters pushing Blue to be a superstar? Now, that was it. Now, you know, when go look at it. I went to read it, but I also said I'll take it easy because she's a child, and I am, and I didn't want to say or do anything that hurt her. But now after the dream, I have to say what I saw in the dream because then it made words. However, now whether this is true or false, I don't know. I was looking at some commentator. I don't know if he was a commentator. I don't know if he was a football player, a basketball player, but somehow or another he said that he went, because I'm still in my mind perplexed about those cards I read on her. And I said on camera.
Mm-hmm. You could say a lot.
That I could say a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew not to. And I'm telling you, when I'm going to say what I'm going to say, I became afraid, as if I felt the power of them three witches. Oh, I can't. Let me calm down. Tell me calm down, baby.
Okay, calm down. Not too much, though.
Calm down. I got afraid. You forgot who you dealing with. So I became afraid, like their power was palpable, and to the point that it made me feel like I was having like an anxiety attack. And I said, and I called on my ancestors, and my ancestors said to say, I'm just an old card reader. I'm nobody out there. I said, I'm just an old card reader. I'm nobody out there. And it was like they eased away, like that panicky feeling. And that's when I leapt up and went and woke Baby Crone up. Said, you got to get up. You got to. I told her the ritual. And now this is it. Could it be that when you look at the picture, you see, if you look at it closely, you will see that Beyonce, that the little girl have on the floor that beautiful gown of gold. Okay. You will also see that Beyonce have on a dress of the shape of a mermaid. You'll see that it's the split, but the little girl is hiding the split. But it is a split and it's form fitting like a mermaid. She has on no jewelry. She just dolled in the back as if I'm playing my role back so my daughter can stand out. However, no one is standing by Blue.
Right.
And I said to you all, why is Blue not happy? All three of them are smiling. Beyonce have her hand around Blue. Look at the picture. I'm going somewhere. And Jay-Z is standing in the middle, but they blurred it out. So you couldn't see where Beyonce arm is. But I think Beyonce arm was probably around Jay-Z, while Jay-Z arm is not touching Beyonce because it's in his pocket, but his arm is around her mother. As if they are locked, the mother, and like they are locked as a chain. The Jay-Z, because he's standing out, because they all have on the colors of Oshun. Remember when she went and she did that lemonade? What she wear? Gold. What she's wearing? Shimmering gold. And could it be, I'm just saying, you all just think, could it be that she's presenting her daughter to like, the best way I could say it, it's like she's selling off her daughter to Disney or some high bidder. Why would she do that? Why? She's been grooming her. Could it be that that's a ritual? That they're selling her daughter and she's 12 and she's be 13 next month? What are the coincidences? What about the color? And you know what? The thing that really tripped me out, the mother had on all black. Beyonce dress is all black, but it's got that silver in it. What made me look is the mother had the same gold around her belt. Now, you know, come on now, you know they're witches. I'm not saying they're dark witches, evil witches. I'm not saying that at all. Come on, this is Beyonce, who have a church. And it seems like, I don't know, you saying to me, this man said he was at a party and Beyonce, is this true, baby Crone? Did you see it? It was, I don't know if he was a football player, but I don't know who he was. But
yes.
And he said that Beyonce was putting him. And isn't Beyonce dressing them up? You look at 13-year-old girls. Don't Blue look like she's about 16 years old? Yes. Like she's going to her senior prom?
Yes.
She's already tall. And don't Beyonce look like she's pushing her out as if she's on a just pushing a donut. They all in solidarity as a link chain.
Yep.
Oh, calm down.
And you even mentioned it. You were like, why is nobody there? You were like, why is
nobody on her side? I thought that they was going to have the mother on the side. No, because if you look at it. The father, he's standing out. They all coordinated in color. Yes. He wore the brown so it'll blend out. That was brilliant, because if they would have wore black, we all would have been like, that look morbid. Jay-Z crying. Jay-Z, no, they in some kind of ritual, and whatever it is, it's about their daughter. And no matter what, unless I hear it out of her mouth, and she might say, I'm the happiest little girl of all time.
You said you didn't know what she could have seen.
I said, right. They got to look at that. But all I'm saying is there is a ritual. I don't know what you call it. All I know is there is no coincidence. And remember, this is the time where she cheated. When Jay-Z cheated, it was the lemonade. When she came out with Oshun. Remember what she had on? That gold, the water, because Oshun is a god. I wanted to look it up. I just can't study everything. And some things I study for a little while, but it doesn't stick with me after 2 years or so. But she is a water guard and tell me that she didn't wear a mermaid dress sparkling and dimmied herself down so her daughter can look like the princess and we're presenting her to you. She is tall. She is lovely. Look at her. And remember, they have a thing for 13-year-olds and 12 years old. If you can't see that, then I'm hallucinating.
I think you are.
No, I can receive that. I'm hallucinating. All I'm saying, somebody could say, you're stretching. Yeah, in the middle of all of this drama. It was like they're getting ready. And another thing that I saw in vision, I think that Beyonce has already gotten those papers for divorce all in a row so they can protect their money. They are a cult. I'm saying they like cheese. I don't care what it looked like. I truly believe that, just like Wendy Williams, they were saying, leave Kevin. She left Kevin and lost her mind. Come on, let's be honest about it, along with the things that's going on in her body. And can you imagine Beyonce if he get indicted and they find him guilty and people find out that, because even if he don't find guilty, he got a track of long records that's behind him, and now he present his 12-year-old daughter to the world in the middle of all of this drama, and we so mesmerized because we don't want to say nothing about children, because I was having an issue with that in her reading, but being respectful, but yet a ritual was taking place right in front of our eyes, and yet I said nothing. That makes me sad. I said that little girl was sad, whether or not she know it or not. The grandmother is smiling. The mama smiling. And that little girl ain't really smiling. I told you all she ain't smiling. No, she might start smiling all over the place.
Then not be suspicious.
This is Hollywood. You don't know what is the real and what is the profane. They so deceptive. Can you believe that? Do you really believe that's a coincidence? She wore and she downplayed. No jewelry, no diamonds, no nothing. Just that mermaid dress, gold, as she did when she showed when she came through and all of that with the water. This time, her daughter is cascading that. And who is standing behind the cascade? Beyonce with what? Shimmering things all on it. Now, you might say, I'm overstretching. Of course I'm overstretching. But the thing is, I am here to tell you this came to me as a vision. Okay? It came to me as a vision. So if I can visualize it, then something is to it. No, I may not have all the T's dotted right and all that, and maybe you can find fault in it. But did you come up with that vision when you really look at that little girl again? Now take another look at her. Mm-hmm. I didn't even want to say it because I was so respectful. But what if that little girl was in danger?
Get through.
What if she really was in danger?
Yeah, you gotta look at who her parents are.
Not danger physically, but danger mentally. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's me. And you know what? I'm just an old card reader. It's nothing I could do about it. But I did what I can do. And that is, I might get a letter and say, take it down. And that I'll have a problem because I know I did what I had to do. And it will find the ears that were willing to hear. This is what I saw. I got up. I had this dream about, not even a dream. It was just a connection. And then I started and said, look at the picture. The picture came on, it was on TV, and it said, look at the picture. You know how spiritual, well, I'm a seer. I started looking at the picture, said, notice the colors. And then I'm like, well, you don't know. Then they said, look at his tie. I look at his tie. Look at the colors. I'm starting looking at the colors. What is the color underneath Beyonce's dress? I said, black. It says, well, what is the color that the mother's wearing? I'm saying, black. And then they said, well, look at the belt. And I started looking at the correlation. Then it was like, look at where his arm is. He is not touching Beyonce on his, what is that? facing me. So that would be his left side.
Mm-hmm. His heart side.
His heart side. He's not touching her. But because she is the beginning of the chain. See, I can't even make this up. It's coming clear to me because he takes his hand and put it around her mother as I'm standing out. Oh, come on, guys. I can't even make this up. I am I'm the end or the beginning of the chain. I am the beginning of the chain. And then he puts his arm around the mother who has her arms crisscrossed in the back or locked with her daughter. And in return, her daughter is pushing her daughter forward. And if he were to hold her, because if you look at it, you wouldn't notice it. But what they did was if you know and your eyes are open, you could see the enemy play. They're auctioning her off. Mm-hmm. What did we do? We say that we don't pay any attention. We are just about as dumb buckets, and I'm a part of it. They are parading a little girl that's 12 years old that look like, come on, let's be honest. She looks like she is 16, 17, or even 18. Like she's going to her senior prom. Yes. She got on high-heeled shoes. Yes. She's made up to the gods. She looks, I even put in my thing without even thinking, because that's how they mesmerize us. That's how they get us. That's the frequency. They are parading it right before our faces and saying, this is the next beauty queen. Beyonce and saying, she shall be next. Right there, a ritual right there. And the father standing forward, Beyonce, the colors, everything. The locking, mm-hmm. What, baby Crone?
People also did find it suspicious that Jay-Z had made an appearance at this.
How could he not, though?
Because with all that's going on with his name.
If he wouldn't have showed up, it would have been more. But that's the point. Because what they showed you was a united front.
That's true. They did show that.
That we are arm in arm. You can look at it like that. I wouldn't have had an issue, but my intuition said, why isn't baby blue holding nobody's hand? Nobody's hand. Her arms are down. Nobody. She's standing there alone while her mother is edging her forward. If that's not a pushing somebody to say, look at this. You want Beyonce? Here is Beyonce again.
Yes.
Again in your face. And we looking at this 12-year-old girl and we sizing her lust. We all was perverts. Me, I felt funny about it. Oh, didn't I? I said, but I'm not supposed to say nothing. And it's not the little girl. It is the fact that we should have been like, she's just too old for that. She's 12. But we're looking at, oh, she's so beautiful. We're looking at her and we know. We know. Take off your blinders, mama. She's 12. I don't care if she have a birthday tomorrow. She's 12. And she was 12 when this happened. Mm-hmm. And she was 12. And right there, if you can't see it, isn't 13-year-olds what a lot of people give? Jewish people give their bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah. This is all. What is the date? I don't even know when they had it done. What was the date of that party?
I think it was the 7th, which would have been a week ago.
How many days ago? It's just amazing. And I feel bad about it. So I just didn't, and I have nothing. That little girl to me now, and everything I say is allegedly, I'm just saying, look, I'm just an old card reader. I'm sharing a vision I had. I'm here to stir up your mind. I'm here to say to you, look how the enemy play us. Look, because she's Beyonce. We so busy. Look, and this man said that he was at the party and they put the little girl and Beyonce fronted him. He said, I wish I knew who it was, but it all came back to me in a vision. And so it was like he said something that just made my mind go ting, 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 ting. I don't know if anybody else out there has figured this out. But one thing I do know, I can't be the only one.
Right. December 9th.
So the 9th, how many days ago was that?
That was 5 days ago.
So 5 days ago. So that was 5 days ago on the number 5. And the number 5 is a friction. So it was on the 9th. The 9th is the end of a cycle. There it is. She's 13. I'm done.
Actually,
I'm done.
Ironically enough,
I'm done.
Ivy is born on the 7th.
I'm done.
January.
Now tell me. I'm just looking at numbers. Now tell me. That's not a coincidence. No, that's just no. The numbers just happened to one. Okay, go ahead. What? Don't tell me the moon. Don't.
No, hold on.
Okay, don't go. Tell me.
Because I saw this old picture of Blue Ivy at the Lion King.
Put it up. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So back when she was first put into the limelight, she was 7 years old.
Oh my God.
Even then, I was curious because I'm like, I can't believe they put her out there at 7 on the first Lion King. And now 5 years later, here comes the second sequel of Lion King. And now instead of 7, now she's 12. And here we are doing the math on another day when it was 5 days ago. And this was
this is all. You hear that?
Yes. You hear that? The numbers add up here.
It was a ritual, and I'll stand on it. I seen it in spirit. I seen it in like a vision. And they feared me. Like, don't you dare say anything. But I was like, what did I say? My spirit said, I'm just an old card. What did
just an old card reader.
I'm just an old card reader. Don't nobody really know me. And it just like went away. That's what my ancestors said. Say, I'm just an old card reader. Nobody don't know me. In other words, who's going to hear this?
Yeah.
Only a few people. I'm not your enemy. A lot of people not going to hear this. There's going to be a few people. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. You ain't saying nothing bad about that little girl. You crying out and making people rethink these monsters. And you say, I don't want to believe. Why she wearing a mermaid dress? She looking real regal.
Yes.
She didn't wear glitter shoes. She wore black shoes. She was presenting that daughter. Oshun. And I'm not saying that there is negative. I'm just saying that's power. And why? Maybe they doing it because Jay-Z know and saying, I'm putting my daughter out there, or I'm going to sell her to Disney. I don't know, but we know this is all money game. And maybe that was the deal. Maybe that's what they had to do. Maybe for their fame and fortune where they are. Maybe they had to give their daughter. Maybe for them to be where they are.
That's a possibility.
We don't know. But I know one thing. These answers are coming all flowing through me. And I feel as though if you want truth, it's just time for us to take the blinders off and look at this situation. We all felt something. And the only thing we really could say, because that's the frequency they put us under, because Jay-Z, he's known to have people deleted. Beyonce is known to put spells on people. They are thieves of the industry. And instead of people looking at that, this woman have a church that look at her as a deity. Look, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, look at the fruit. You're looking at the beauty of it, but you're not looking at what they're doing. And I kept saying, why this little girl never smile? Now, find a picture and show me where she's like.
Yes, please. Please find that.
Show one. I'm not saying they're not out there.
We just haven't seen it.
She always looked like stink face. I hope that this is like a trade-off. And I hope that wherever that little girl, because she is a little girl. And I hope that goodness surrounds her. But I already know that she's the blood of her mama, Louisiana. I already know that it is too late. They've been praying and tracking and doing this ever since she was 7 years old and probably talking about it all her life. Beyonce did the same thing her mother did to her. And the family curse continues. And make no mistake, they made that little girl look like she was let me go ahead. Let me go another way. Did they not make that little girl look like Halle Bailey?
You're right, actually.
Doesn't she look like a little black Halle Baby with the dress on, the Little Mermaid? Tell me, what did Halle Bailey play in?
Yep, The Little Mermaid.
Wasn't that kind of like, and if you looked at Halle after she did it and how she was dressing,
yes,
don't they look alike?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They different because she's tall.
Mm-hmm.
Could she be the next?
I don't know. That's curious because with the way.
Could it be that Haley had a baby and it's like, you tainted it? I'm not saying this is true, y'all. I'm just saying. And could it be that he said, look, my daughter is clean and pure. She's tall. She's this. She could do this. She could do that. I'm her mother. We don't know. And sold her. I'm just saying, I don't know. Look, I'm just letting my imagination.
Their money can get them places that we can't even.
But they have to pay to get in these places no matter what. And maybe their debt is to sell their daughter to the highest bidder. What I mean, who's going to take that little girl and ravish her? What do you mean? Make every dime they can.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Everything I say is allegedly, my mind going to Never Land. Mm-hmm. But the vision is the vision, and I saw what I saw. And as far as I'm concerned, it is a ritual that was taking place. And if you begin to look at it, you will see it too. Go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes, when looking at looking back at your reading, you did say towards the end when the tower came out and then the shadow came out, mm-hmm. and the Wheel of Fortune. Talking about for the future of Blue Ivy, how it's somewhat up in the air. Maybe she'll come into herself. Mm-hmm. So,
like with the Wheel of Fortune, yes, mm-hmm. It did come out. Yes, what you're saying?
Yes, that even though we're seeing a ritual right before our eyes, maybe it won't be able to make.
I don't think it's a ritual of killing, or I don't know if I could say that, of destroying her anyway. It's just
ritual.
MK, is that with MK Ultra? That definitely would be. And that could be already taking place. But I'm talking about, and maybe that's why she doesn't smile. I don't know. My mind is going. I don't want to say too much. This is why I have to hurry up and get 2,500 so we can have a Patreon. So I can go down and Patreon and say these things to you all. Mm-hmm. So I could really talk.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it. I tell you some things, but I can't do it. I have to be limited. And it's not that I can't do it. It's that I like what I do. And I don't want to make no waves and fight no causes. I'm just trying to give you what I know and have you to look at it, stir up your mind and say, you know what? She's saying that. She's saying something. I see what I see. Everything I say is allegedly. I can't prove it. I never met that little girl or her mother, father, grandmother, none of them. Never been in their shoes. Don't know where they live. Everything I say is allegedly. I'm just an old card reader, and I'm just sharing this with you. My first vision that I had one before with Jada. I had one with Jada before her crashing. I having this now. I'm telling you, things always going to look bad because I think the situation is just going to get downright muddy. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed it. I really do. Do you have anything you want to say or add or ask? Well, thank you for joining us. It's early in the morning. Now that I got that off my chest, I thank you for listening. And tell me what you think, please. Tell me what you think. As again, everything I say is allegedly, girl. I'm just an old card reader. Sunflowers.